Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and to December Stories. We have already, I have shared, oops, I lost my tree over here. Two stories in this album for you all, and I have those linked here so you can see exactly how these are put together. I have story number 3 that I am calling The Engagement Story. Yes, if you watched last video, I shared how we had our traditional family tree hunt, which is just becoming quite the party. And above all, my youngest daughter was engaged during that hunt trip. And so this is becoming story number 3 because I think it needs place. These stories are about December. They're not about necessarily Christmas. They're just capturing what is the magical aspect of the season. And so we're going to be putting this page together today. I've got some ideas here and there, and along with some inspiration from this holiday sentiment tag that you might have seen in a previous video here on the channel as well. So for over here, I am going to do a couple things. First off, I'm going to add some clusters here, some foliage clusters to be the embellishment for the journaling page, for the journaling pocket, if you will. And so I'm just kind of fuddling here for a little bit. Hey, if you have not ever watched the Embellish Clusters 101, I'm going to link that here as well. That is a great foundational video to just exactly how it is I put so much of these clusters, if you will, together. And so I'm going to share that with you as well. Okay, so I've done this little foliage cluster here, and I have this tag, this holiday sentiment tag, and I want to use it, but okay, I got a lot of green going on here, and this is sort of like this mint and this blue thing happening, so I want to change it up. And that's going to be easy to do because I've already started this tag here. Now, there is a video for this tag, Holiday Sentiments. I'll link that also. Yeah, there's been a lot of things happening here in the studio this month, which just I'm so happy for. I'm so happy for the creativity. I'm so happy for the joy of it. Now, this tag is going to come together very, very similar to this first one here. I have a bunch of these made up, and I was actually so lucky. I got to use one last night for a friend who was in town visiting, and they even said, "Is this the one that I saw on that you shared on Instagram?" I'm like, yes, and they were just really happy to have it, which brought me happiness too. So it's always a good idea to just have these tags made up and at the ready, or ready to then copy, which is what I'm doing here, copying it to add into this December album. So I'm actually going to be using, as you can see already, some hot glue for this as well. So I'm mixing the cozy foliage, which is what a lot of these cuts are here. This is actually a Tim Holtz cut right there, but for the most part I have cozy foliage in here, and I'm kind of mixing that up with the die cuts that are from the Evergreen season, 49 and Market Evergreen season. So that's a fun option too. I talked in that video about that very thing. Oops, see, I do this a lot. I have the stem and I really don't want the stem. So we got to cut off the stem so that it fits. There we go. This is a fantastic tag for variation on a theme. I'm thrilled to do variations on a theme because then you have like the base made, but then just the sky's the limit as to the things then that you can bring in to that next tag, card, whatever it is, page that you are crafting. So I always want to encourage that. Like if you've made one thing, go back in and try it again. So joy was a great theme here for this page. And I'm just going to kind of stick with joy as I work through some more of the embellishing here. I've got a couple more things I want to share with you. Finishing this up, also too, it could be a great idea to just have the main part of the tag ready to go. And then, like I just did right here, like you're not really maybe sure where you're going to be using it somewhere else along the way. and then it just comes into play for you. So we could go crazy on that. I'm going to I got the hot glue out, so I'm going to add it here. I have made this little flip so that I can just add it here to the back of this tag. And then now, let me move all these things out of the way for us. This is going to pop right into here. We can flip it up. It's another interactive piece on our page. It plays nicely with this down here. You can lift it up and see what's underneath. Next thing I want to do is craft this side. And while this is awfully lovely with just the large format photo sitting on that piece of mixed media paper, and the mixed media paper, by the way, it's the same size as the page protectors. So it is 7 inches wide and 8.5 inches tall. You could obviously, if you were using a 6x8 album, you could change the size of that, and you're going to see me doing that in different pages and whatnot. But I wanted to have this Prima snowflake overlay. I just loved the etherealness of it and how it just looks here on this page. There's really no reason for it, but then again, I'm just going to mark this right here. We don't necessarily do things because of reason. We do things on our pages because we like them. Now here's the trick. Am I going to be able to score this and be able to fold it? And that might be something I'm going to have to see about because I haven't tried this yet. And like I said, I just really wanted to use this overlay. So I got a nice dent in it. So I'm going to fold it. Oh, it actually works kind of nice, and it's not cracking or anything. I'm going to need to trim up. Oh, that's fun. I'm going to trim up some of this part right here. Okay, so I trimmed that up. I have my fold, and it has about an inch overlay on this side that I'm going to add probably 2 pieces of double-sided adhesive tape so that it is adhered really well. I think this is going to be a fun little, again, liftable. I don't know. Can you do too many interactive elements in an album? Raise your hand if you think you can, because I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't think you can. I don't know what it is about my Christmas album, my December album, that just I go a little crazy with it. I just have fun. This is us having fun. So I'm going to lift that up off of there, and I'm just going to align this right here to the back of this, and I still need to trim some off the bottom. I'm seeing that it's still a little too long, so I'm going to do that as well. All right, acetate is in place, and the piece that I had here is a little shorter than my photo. It's just what I had left, and I was just using what I had, and I'm completely actually okay with that. I don't mind that it's a little too short. You can't tell. That's not the point of it, right? Then you can lift it up and you can see the full photo. Now to think about how I'm going to embellish this part. I was thinking a couple different things for embellishment. Let's get that embellish. Oh, I would love a peppermint right now. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I was thinking a couple things for embellishment over here. One of the things I was thinking was doing a rub-on right here on the photo, which I really love that idea. But I don't think I'm going to do it because of having the overlay. I think it's not going to be seen. And, that's not right or wrong. That's just what I'm thinking. I was also thinking about filled with. It's filled with love, but I was going to do just the filled with on the outside and then maybe bring in the joy die here, because I have it here. So again, repeating the elements, which brings some emphasis to everything. And here's what I think I'm going to do. I actually think I came across this rub-on here, Merry Everything and a Happy Always, because I love the whole sentiment of the happy always, and they lived happily evermore, you know that idea. It's black. We got a lot of black going on because they're wearing black. So I don't know. What would you do? So I decided what to do. I went ahead and had that joy cut out of the same color as on the left side of the page. Just adding glue there. I'm going to pop it to the top of the transparency because I do kind of want it to show. I do kind of want it to connect to what is happening on the other page. So I already trimmed out that rub-on. So I'm just kind of placing it and seeing as best as possible what it's going to look like. So giving that a rub. I'm probably going to gush about this again in the video, but I really do love a rub-on a photo. It is gorgeous. Okay, best of both worlds. I just decided I just like it, and nothing has to be a certain way. We can make these however we want them to. I love how this is on this page. I love rub-ons on photos. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. So that's how this page came together. Actually, basically a relatively easy page because you have the pocket page over here really working for you to hold all the things. If you have your journaling done already, you're just popping that on a 6x4 piece of paper, adding clusters, nice repeat element. Probably could even done a repeat element over here too, because 3 is a nice rounded number. Lots of options for making this page happen for you today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you picked up a couple tips. Let me know what you think in the comments. Everything's linked down below. I will see you in the next video.